get why we fool around so little, and we keep track of time, being so serious, idiots, thinking it will matter, keep me company downtown before the clock runs out. Sun is shining, but the rain is welcome too. Friends are nearby, don't need another view. Time is not on my mind, but then it's you. Oh, I love it when the love comes around, and then I remember all things must pass. But I'm not gonna wake up, wake up. I'm not ready, let me have another day. Don't wake up, wake up. Keep it steady, cause I'm happy, I'm not gonna wake up. No, no, not yet, whoa. No, not yet, whoa. No, no, not yet, whoa. I'm afraid I'll end up nowhere. They keep saying I'll be fine, but how you know that I'll be there when it feels like I'm lying every time someone asks how it goes, and I save the details that actually mean something. Sun is shining, but the rain is welcome too. Friends are nearby, don't need another view. Time is not on my mind, but then it's you. Oh, I love it when the love comes around, and then I remember all things must pass. But I'm not gonna wake up, wake up. I'm not ready, let me have another day. Don't wake up, wake up. Keep it steady, cause I'm happy, I'm not gonna wake up. No, no, not yet, whoa. No, not yet, whoa. No, no, not yet, whoa. But I'm not gonna wake up, wake up. Don't wake up, wake up. Keep it steady, cause I'm happy, I'm not gonna wake up, wake up. I'm not ready, let me have another day. Don't wake up, wake up. Keep it steady, cause I'm happy, I'm not gonna wake up. No, no, not yet, whoa. No, not yet, whoa. No, no, not yet, whoa. I'm not gonna wake up. You're like a circle that floats around me, keeping me safe and sound. And when I fall, you tied a rope to me. You're blessing me every day. I was down with an illusion, like a sparrow with broken wings. But now I shine with your reflection on me. I'm getting back up on my feet. That you showed up was written in my palm. You are a statement, explode like a bomb. I get to push myself to victory. You make me winner. You cut me loose and set me free. You make me win in every way. You showed me how to spread my wings. Yes, I'm the winner of the day. You cut me loose and set me free. You make me win in every way. You showed me how to spread my wings. Yes, I'm the winner of the day. Yes, I'm the winner, yeah. 'Cause I'm the winner, yes. Am I awake or am I dreaming? So far gone, I won't look back. And when I move, there ain't no stopping me. You're pushing me up to the top. I saw the clouds looking angry, but then the sky reached my mind. And when I space out, I see the possibilities unfolding the way that I want. That you showed up was written in my palm. You are a statement, explode like a bomb. I get to push myself to victory. You make holding on, I wouldn't let you go. 'Cause every time I try, you find a loophole. I've been slamming the door and just leave you cold. When I come back, you've heated up the South Pole. You see my body rush for the escape, while my heart wants to stay. I'd run away, hit the road, and almost late, but I keep turning back just like a boomerang. You're like a backseat ghost telling me to stop. No matter what you do, I keep on coming back, just like a boomerang, just like a boomerang, just like a boomerang. I keep on spinning like a boomerang. Know exactly where to push or pull, and I am going mad just like you knew I would. You're reading me like an open book. You know me better than I ever thought you could. You see my body rush for the escape, while my heart wants to stay. I'd run away, hit the road, and almost late, but I keep turning back just like a boomerang. You're like a backseat ghost telling me to stop. No matter what you do, I keep on coming back, just like a boomerang. I keep on spinning like a boomerang. My head is spinning on my shoulders, so what's the use of trying, baby? All the ways they lead to you, you're like a magnet pulling me in. I run away, hit the road, and almost late, but I keep turning back just like a boomerang. You're like a backseat ghost telling me to stop. No matter what you do, I keep on coming back, just like a boomerang, just like a boomerang, just like a boomerang. I keep on spinning like a boomerang, just like a boomerang. I keep on spinning for you, like a boomerang. I keep on spinning like a boomerang. On the run from my given disaster, speed away from the holy mind, pride. That's where I never thought it would matter. If I'm gone by now, all my weakness keep on linger on repeat like it will be my favorite song. Oh, I know I should be moving on, but you got me good, you got me good. I keep on driving till it bends, still it feels like I pretend. Keep on driving and driving along the road tonight. Lost my head over my back between the jars and bottle jack. Just me and all the red lights. Keep on driving and driving. In the heat from my hot California, I forgot how you look like in rain. That's why I never thought it would matter. If I'm gone by now, all my weakness keep on linger on repeat like it will be my favorite song. Oh, I know I should be moving on, but you got me good, you got me good. I keep on driving till it bends, still it feels like I pretend. Keep on driving and driving along the road tonight. Lost my head over my back between the jars and bottle jars.
All right, we know what time it is. It's the Sparkle Song time, which means we're really close to kickoff. Hey, everyone. Welcome to Strategy with Sally. We'll be kicking off real soon with how live training will make your coaching business boom. Let me know where you're joining me from around the world. Put it in the chat.
Better step into the light, just give it a try. Think that it's time you let that spark out. You've been hiding in the shadows way too long. And who cares if you might mess it up? You're stronger than the others think. And who cares if you might mess it up? Go ahead and shine, darling. Go ahead and shine, my dear. 'Cause who cares if you might mess it up? Just shine. You shouldn't doubt yourself, 'cause you're a work of art. You should know that you are perfect with those flaws. Yeah, you better step into the light, just give it a try. Know that it's time you let that spark out. You've been hiding in the shadows way too long. And who cares if you might mess it up? You're stronger than the others think. And who cares if you might mess it up? Go ahead and shine, darling. Go ahead and shine, my dear. 'Cause who cares if you might mess it up?
All right, let me know in the chat where you're joining me from. Get out those tippy tap fingers. We're 1 minute away from kickoff. If you've got any questions, drop a Q in the chat. I'll be happy to answer them for you.
You're stronger than the others think. And who cares if you might mess it up? Shine, go ahead and shine, darling. Go ahead and shine, my dear. 'Cause who cares if you might mess it up? Just shine, shine, darling. Go ahead and shine, my dear. 'Cause who cares if you might mess it up? Just shine.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Strategy with Sally. And if we have not yet met, I'm Sally Sparks Cousins. I am the founder of the Sparkle Class Academy and the creator of the Freedom Funnel Formula. And I love live streaming and teaching people stuff. That's what we're here for today. I'm going to teach you how you can use live training to make your coaching business boom. So let me know in the chat below, are you currently live streaming? Go on, let me know in the chat if you're currently live streaming. Hello! If you're brand new to the Sparkle world, then make sure that you subscribe to the channel, right? Over on YouTube, hit that bell button as well so that you get notifications when we go live. And if you just click the button, right? Turn on, like and subscribe and all the things. And also, if you want to get notifications when we go live, then head to sparklewithsally.com and you will get to meet Dr. Sparkle. She's our quirky messenger bot, and she also will send you notifications to let you know that we're live. Today, we're going to be talking about how live training can make your business boom. You see, I've been running live training since 2015, as you could call them live challenges, live boot camps, masterclasses, whatever you want to call them. It's teaching people stuff live. I've been doing that since 2015 in like a challenge style format. Back even when I was building network marketing and building a team, I also used them to sell physical products. I used them to help people to do 5-2 fasting, and I lost over 52 kilos doing that. And then I started going live and teaching people. I went through some therapy myself, and I then started helping and became a certified life coach and ran challenges around that. The very first live challenge I ever did was me. I was so scared to go live. So my very first challenge or live event was a 30-day go live challenge because I was petrified to run a live event. And then when I finally overcome that fear, I'm like, oh, teach it to others. So I did that over on Periscope. Do you remember Periscope? Who remembers Periscope? Give me a show of hands. So I did that over on Periscope and it was great. And since then, since 2015, I've been doing these live events and live trainings approximately every sort of between 6 to 12 weeks. I will run a live training, specifically since 2017, helping coaches. So what I do is around every 6 to 12 weeks, but usually it takes around 6 weeks for 2 or 3 attempts to really dial in a live event, and then it starts to convert like nothing, right? Like it's amazing how it converts. So if you've ever considered running lives, I know that there are a few things that hold people back from running challenges. So one would be not knowing what topic to choose. So that is where we come in. We actually help you create really great topics and how to map them out in a way that doesn't just, entice people to come, but also converts really well. So let me share with you, let me plug in the charger, unplug it from this guy and plug in the charger over here. And I'm going to show you how we actually help people choose a topic, because there are 2 different ways to choose a topic. So the first way is an overview of your whole offer or a mini A to Z. So if we head on over here to my whiteboard, let's hope the whiteboard's still running. Yes. Okay. So you've got your large program, right, where you take people from A to Z. Right? So pain point to happy place, right? So when you create a live event, you've got all of these little lessons, and what I like to call these are your modules in your program, or the larger hurdles that people struggle to get over. And then to help them, you create lots of little lessons to get them sort of over the hurdles or complete the module. So when you create a live event, what you do is you will either pick a lesson, or you can choose and you pull it out over here and you teach a little mini A to Z. Now, this live event could be taught over sort of 3 days or 5 days, and I'm not saying go live for all of the days. What I'm saying is go live for half an hour each day, right? Teach the content. Now, what happens is up the top here, this is your larger offer, and we're going to give them a little win with a little mini A to Z. So one of the pain points or one of the hurdles that they struggle with to get them to the happy place. So we give them a little win in the live. Then the other option is, rather than taking a small segment out of your program, the other option is grabbing a few different ones. So we just grab a few different sections, and this is like a high level overview, and we teach the high level overview either. So there's two options here on how we help people create a live challenge. Now, a live challenge, live event, whatever you want to call it, these things here, this and this, depending on which one you choose, this is what you get known for, okay? Up here in this amazing goodness at the top here, your big program, your core offer, there is so many things that you have in there to help people, but you can't teach everything over a few days in a live training or even in one live session. So you still need to give them a win, and you want to get known for the event, the live event. That's the one thing that you're known for and keep people coming back. But what we then build is a gap, right, between here's this thing that I've taught you that you can action, but I don't have time to teach you everything. So we point it back into the program. This is how we build out our live trainings to be able to convert them into paying clients. Now, there's a methodology behind this and a strategy behind how you deliver and build the gap. But this is a really high-level overview of how you can take one live event and run it on repeat to scale to 5 and 6 figures every time you run the live event. Now, I know a few of you are probably thinking to yourself, oh, but I don't want to have to run a live event all the time. Live launches are so draining. Who feels like that, right? That's not the goal. The goal is not to have you run a live event forever. The goal is to create a live event, dial it in, and then go evergreen. I've hired a coach, great marketing. I hired a coach that said, buy this program so you can go evergreen. So what she's doing is she's telling me the thing that I want. What I need is a strategy to get to evergreen, but I wanted to go evergreen. Funny thing, when I got inside of the program that teaches you how to go evergreen, guess what she teaches you to do first? She teaches you to go live and teach it live because you will be able to dial it in faster. But her live event was teaching about evergreen. And then when you get into the program, it actually teaches you the full strategy. So she was giving me what I wanted, but then showing me what I actually needed. So that's not our goal when we teach you to run a live event. The goal is to get it to eventually evergreen, okay? And then still run it every, once, twice, maybe 3 times a year, depends on how much you enjoy running live events. We run them quite regularly because we teach them, so we've got to practice what we preach. But I promise once you start dialing it in over and over again, a live training can be amazing. Now, once you've run a live event and you know what works and what content when you're teaching really resonates with people, then you can just package it up in different sizes, pull little pieces out of the larger live event, the live training, and then teach a little bit in a 1-hour session or a half-hour session or a 15-minute live or a reel, right? So that you've got consistency across it. I know there's other problems. What other people also struggle with, fear of oversharing in a live event. So think about how long a live event goes for and how long your training program goes for. I bet you your live event, when you add up the amount of minutes that you're teaching, let's say you did a 5-day event, you teach for 20 minutes, it's 50 minutes. Do you think you could teach everything? Everything in 15 minutes? 15 minutes, an hour. I don't know. My math has just left. My brain just farted and left the building. Come back. Okay, so fear of oversharing. Don't worry. You cannot. You see, what people pay for is speed. Okay, you could literally find everything that I teach out there somewhere on the internet from the thousands of videos. Like I went live for 365 days straight. I have been going live since 2015. And some days during that 365-day challenge I did on myself, I went live multiple times a day. So you can imagine how much stuff is out there, and not everything's in the right order. Also, people struggle with building incitement and engagement. So when you build a fabulous amount of engagement and excitement, people want to keep returning. Or I've seen lots of challenges where there's a lack of structure. They're just teaching, but there's no strategy behind the structure. So you really need a strong strategy so you're not just teaching without asking. And this is where people then get stuck. The transition from the pitch from the content to the pitch. You've got to get your ask into gear. Okay, get your ask into gear and don't be scared to ask. When people run live events, they are expecting to be pitched to, right? When you run a live training, most of the time, during a 15-minute live or a 1-hour live, we don't always pitch. Right? We show up and we provide valuable content, but every so often you still have to ask. And also when you run live trainings, you get to build community. You get to build trust. People keep coming back time and time and time again to be able to learn the same thing. How many times have you watched the same training and each time you learn something new? I always say to my people, like, keep coming to the training, put your student hat on. You will always pick up something new. I will go to all sorts of trainings and always put my student hat on because I want to find a golden nugget in there, something I didn't know or didn't remember. And then when you do run a live event, so say you want to run a 3 or a 5-day training, make sure that you set achievable goals, right? I want you to set some sexy numbers and some metrics. Now, because we've been doing this consistently since 2017, started in 2015, but I've been very consistent with the way in which I've grown our coaching business to 7 figures plus is through teaching people stuff live and then asking, right? Getting my ask into gear. So I want to show you how you can actually use just a live event, because what a lot of people actually, let me come back to the whiteboard over here. What I see a lot of people do is, whiteboard, here we go. So what they tend to do is they're building lots and lots of lead magnets, right? So they have this lead magnet that they're trying to get people, you know, to collect their email address and then turn it into a sale. However, they're building multiple lead magnets, and what you end up with is lots of half-built bridges because they're not dialing it in, and they're wondering why it's not converting because they're building all of these things, but they're not measuring the sexy numbers, okay? Your numbers, your metrics are what allow you to make informed decisions over what is working and what is not working. Now, a PDF, right, if one of them's a PDF or one of them might be an ebook, you know, there's so many different types. Maybe you've got a mini evergreen webinar, and then you've got like a little evergreen like mini course, right? So you've got all of these things, but you're not measuring numbers. You're just kind of throwing people in, but you don't know what's working. You see, when you spend the time to run one live training, teaching people the thing that you know, so this beautiful thing here, teaching them the thing that you know, you can dial it in. You only need one good lead magnet, which could be your live training. And the benefits of running a live training is you get to speak to people. You get to get their feedback, hear the words they use. Then you can use all of that feedback, the words, the stuff that they say in your marketing, your sales, your emails, your landing pages, your sales letters, all of these things that you wouldn't normally get because you'd have to go out and like interview people separately. Imagine being able to bring everybody into a live training and then asking questions at the end to help you dial in your marketing message, right? So this is another powerful reason why a live training is so awesome, is you get to actually speak to people to dial in your marketing. So let me run some sexy math with you here. I want to show you why running one live event can, one, help you grow your email list. Now, if you're not growing your email list, let me know in the chat. Are you actively growing your email list every single day? You see, when I first started, I would not go to bed unless I had 10 new email addresses on my list every single day. Because somebody said to me, every one email equates to $1 a month to your bank account. And I'm like, whoa, well, if I can get 10 new people a day, then I can get an extra $10 a day added to my monthly bank account. Now, as my business has grown, it's equated, like it's held fairly true, give or take. The bigger it gets, it sort of varies a bit, but it almost equates to about $1 a day. So why wouldn't you be growing your email list? If you're worrying about followers and likes and engagement and all the things over on social media, what you are doing is building your business on other people's land. You see, who remembers MySpace, even Periscope, right? If you built your entire business on a social media platform, one day it could go away. It could just disappear and take your entire business with them. So do not build your business on other people's land. We ran a live training one day and Facebook went down. Literally, bye-bye Facebook for the day. Who remembers the day when Facebook went down? Show of hands. We were fine because we were able to send text messages and send emails to everybody who was attending our live event, which was like 500 people, right? And move them to another platform to get them in and keep them engaged. So we weren't reliant on the social media platform. So you need to ensure that you are constantly growing your email list. So when I heard that and started growing my list, 10 was my goal every single day. So if you are serious and not a hobbyist about growing and scaling your business, you must be growing your email list. You talk to any entrepreneur out there, multiple 6 and 7 figures, they'll all tell you it's your email address. Now, I'm going to share some math with you, and I'm going to be even more conservative so that you can see what can truly happen when you focus in on one live training and run it on repeat. So let's head on over to here. Where are you? I'm looking. Where are you hiding? This one. Yeah. Okay. So here we are. Now, to be even more conservative, let's say 5 a day. So my goal has always been 10 a day, but let's say 5 a day new emails that you get in to join your live training. So from 5 in a week, that's 35 people and 140 in a month. Now, this is humans, okay? It's not just emails. It is humans who have said, yes, I think I need help with that thing. And they pay you with an email address and not money so that they can learn about the thing that you are going to help them with. You see, people are more protective over their email addresses now because it's not like the day when you'd get that message. Who's old enough where you used to hear, you've got mail, and you're like, oh, I've got mail, and you'd run to the computer. When somebody now puts in their email address, it's a way to show you that they need help, right? So that's a beautiful human behind that string of numbers and letters with the little squiggly thing in the middle. Okay. So let's head on over and actually run some math and get even more conservative when it comes to running a live event or a live training. So say the first time we get 50 new emails. Okay. Now these 50 industry standards are 2% of your audience. So you'll get about 2 sales from 50 people, right? This is just industry standards. Even if you haven't developed the skill of selling properly yet and you haven't learnt the framework, you should be able to at least get 2 yeses from 50 people. Now, mine was 10 a day, which is 140, right? This is even more conservative. Now, let's say you sell a program for $1,000. I would say sell it higher, but hey, let's get even more conservative and say $1,000 for a product. That's $2,000 for one live event. Now, that's nothing to write home about. I wouldn't quit a full-time job for that. However, the next time you run it, you've gotten a little better. You bring in 50 new people. And now, again, I'm being super conservative. Let's say you've just been lazy. Okay, and you haven't improved your skill of growing your email list. So 100 equates to 4 sales, which is a $4,000 live event. Again, I still wouldn't quit a full-time job for that. But let's say the next time you run exactly the same live event, you've gotten a little better at getting people into it. And we now bring in 100 new people. So that would give you 8 sales, which is an $8,000 live training. Then let's say the 4th time, again, you're still lazy. You've only brought in 100, which would equate to 12 sales, which is now a 5-figure month. So I'm going to ask you now, would starting with $0 and 0 on your list and focusing in on one live training and dialing it in. So dialing in the framework, dialing in the messaging, dialing in the conversions, dialing in the pitch, dialing in the gap over the span of 4 live trainings to get you to 5 and 6-figure months. Would that be totally worth it? Can you see how you can work way less and actually make way more? Rather than keep building all of these multiple different ways to grow your business, stop. Build one way to attract and sell. One way to attract and sell. And you just do it on repeat. And you will finally move out of building mode, where you constantly are building new content and creating new things and coming up with new ideas. And you move into scaling and growing. Doesn't that sound like a business that you would prefer to be running? Because you see, what most of you are doing as coaches is you're constantly building new things. You feel like you're in feast and famine mode, right? All of a sudden you get all of these clients, you serve them, and then, oh my God, there's no more people. I need to start marketing again. And you end up with this feast and famine. But if you run a live event, you dial it in, then you evergreen it, it runs in the background and it's constantly dripping people through to you. So now you have a scalable, sustainable business rather than a business that is hustling to get new people, serving, leads dried up, hustle to get more people. It's just an unsustainable way to run a business. And we started our business in the first place, right? So that we could live and have more freedom, enjoy life a little more. There is a time for hustle. And I'm not going to sugarcoat it and tell you it's easy, because if it was, everyone would be doing it. However, there is a faster path to success when you have a proven framework to follow, a system. You see, you're probably really good at the thing you're good at, but I bet you that you're not a sales and marketing expert. You see, what I do all day, every day is look through sexy funnels for coaches. So if you're a coach who truly just wants a simpler way to be able to sell your coaching program and your online course, then that's what I do all day, every day. I don't help people sell products. I don't help people grow bricks and mortar businesses or e-commerce stores. I don't help the network marketing people anymore. I specifically help coaches because my greater mission is to transform the lives of 33 million people. And that's not because I want 33 million clients. That's because I know coaches like yourself are out there to make a difference. You want to teach people stuff. You want to share your skills, your knowledge to help others, whether it's helping them with dog training, yoga, Pilates, pelvic floor exercises, weight loss, whatever it is, getting into an Ivy League college. Whatever it is that you help people with, you want to share it with the world. And that is part of my bigger mission. It's the ripple effect. So if this is something you're interested, I'm really looking forward to having a conversation with you to dig in deeper. This, you can learn more about what it is that we do to help people. We always start with a live. Dial it in, and then we help with all the other tech and resources and give me those sexy numbers, baby, spreadsheets and all the wonderful things as well. And we have an entire team of experts. But the main thing is you want to, one, be a coach. Second, you want to teach people live. You want to show up, share your knowledge. And then you want to convert them into paying clients. And that's what we do. So if you'd love to have a conversation, I'm looking forward to jumping onto a call with you just so I can walk you through the strategy around what it is we do at a deeper level and a more customizable one for your particular business model as well. It's just a conversation so that you can learn more about our entire process. And I look forward to covering that with you. Now it's time for us to jump on over to the VIPs to get their takeaways and also to answer any questions. If you're out there on the live stream, please drop a Q and a question, and I will be more than happy to help you with any questions that you might have around today's topic. Let's find the VIPs. Where are you hiding? I know you're here somewhere. Hang on. Oh, there you are. Hello, VIPs. Whoops, wrong screen. This one. Hello, VIPs. All right. Share with me your key takeaway from today and also if you've got any questions. And also, everyone will be going dark in a moment. I'm going to spend more time with our clients. These are some of our clients. A lot of them like to come in after the live. Robin, what's a key takeaway from today for you?
For me, the reminder, the reminder of focusing on one thing. You know, it can be very easy to think, oh, well, if I do it this way, or if I try this, or I do something else, that will help provide a solution and get me the results that I'm after. But it's about focusing in on that one thing and staying focused on the one thing. Yeah,
love that. It's a good reminder. I mean, I do go off. I recently went off and did a sales call with somebody, chasing a shiny ball, thinking, ooh, and then I'm like, pull your head in, Sally. You do not need to learn another thing right now. I've already got 2 businesses that we're growing, and that's enough. But that being said, the second business we only started this year because I gave the first business 5 years to grow legs and walk and run. And now I'm building another business. Eva, what was a key takeaway for you?
Really focusing on dialing in your messaging. Listening is what you're saying resonating with people? Is it fulfilling a need? Is it valuable and sharing? The whole idea of being able to offer something that tangible that somebody can use, that they can use today and implement it and make sure that that's connecting with them.
Yeah, love that. Who else is in the room that's willing to share? Please turn your camera on. Catherine, how about you, love? What was a key standout for you?
Well, being part of the whole system, we get to hear things over and over and over. And it just reminded me of something I've read this week, which is repetition is the mother of all learning. So I just find it really great that I can just hear these things over and over again, and to the point where maybe one day I could teach you a lesson. That would be cool.
That would be so cool. Wow, we have actually people in the community, right, that have come in and they've fallen in love with different areas and then taught. And here's a thing, guys out there, as coaches, as we help and teach people, some of our people fall in love with our method and want to teach it with us. So you're right, that's what's really cool. And some of them end up being on your team as well. Awesome. All right.
I did mean, Sally, teaching it with you and not taking it and teaching it elsewhere. I just want to be very clear on that.
I know, that's okay. We have had people come in, learn my method and take it out and teach it to others after they've learned it, which is fine. But I do love the fact that, you love writing and all the things too, which is an area I don't love. So for everybody out there on the live stream, I want you to really think about, where are you spending your time? Where is your focus when it comes to how are you growing your business? You're sick of feast and famine? Do you want more security and sustainability? And you have to measure numbers. You can't keep putting your head in the sand expecting that amazing things are going to happen. All right, guys, we're heading into some live Q&A. So any of the guys in the house, feel free to ask any questions at all. We'll do a little bit here and then we're going to go dark and do the more personal Q&A questions. So who's got some strategy questions for me today? I know a few of you had questions left over from this morning's training. I'm happy to answer any of those as well. Who attended this morning's training? Who did we have in there? Catherine, Eva, Robin? Oh no, Jenny got into a little bit of it. Yes, Eva.
So when you're focusing on growing your list, one of the things that I'm working on is trying to have some type of offer, have some type of thing that helps me with getting email lists. Just a downloadable for people to be able to offer that, or to be able to get.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep. Keep going. Do you have more to add to the question?
What's a good marketing strategy for that?
Paid. So here's the thing. We used to run a live, like a downloadable, right? And then you would offer them the training on the back end. But the conversions to live training are just the same. But if we did the lead magnet at the front and then the offer to the live training at the second page, we would lose a lot of people. So our conversions are actually better to just go straight to live event. So you've run it so many times that we could take that live event and evergreen it now. So it can be running in the background in between the lives. I still don't recommend that you stop running lives, because you still have more dialing in to do and you'll get there faster by running a live. But we could definitely take a few, your lessons and at least be putting people into that in between your live events. Right. So, again, paid traffic is the best way to get there faster. You see, we always need to hit a certain number to measure the metrics. So, for example, we need 100 opt-ins for your live event to see if it's working. Right. So no matter if you pound the pavement and you're posting in groups, you've still got to get to 100. to make an informed decision. The same when it comes to paying for ads. So let's say, for example, let's just round the numbers off. Let's say it's costing you $10 to get an email address. Now, it can be less for you probably because you're a consumer. I just like to round the number. So let's say $10 an email. So we need to spend, it's $1,000, is it, to get 100 emails? Let me, 100 times 10. Yeah, so we need $1,000 to get to 100 emails, right, to measure the metrics. And if your program's worth $2,000, you know, that's, let's say it's even $1,000, that's only 2 sales. And from 100 emails, you would expect to get at least 2 sales, right? So even if you break even, we can measure those numbers. Now, you could spend $10 a day on emails, and then that $10 a day would take you 100 days to get 100 people. Or you could spend $100 a day and it would take you 10 days, right? So I see people, I'm only going to put a little bit down. Sure, while you're testing, but once it's converting, scale it, right? And then we can start to measure more than just your opt-in rate. We can start to measure clicks and views and opt-ins and joins and open rates. There's lots of other things we can slowly dial in. And we don't want to dial everything all in at once because you can't focus on fixing everything. But it's just adjusting little levers over time that will slowly increase. I remember we used to get about a 30% opt-in from, join to group. We would go from opting in to join group, used to be at 30%. And we just kept tweaking the lever, adding extra reminders, trying different strategies. And we're now sitting at 73%, I think was our last event, between giving us their email address and actually getting into the Facebook group. Now we don't need to look at that metric anymore. It's been consistent over the last few events, so now we know it's great. I think Erin was messaging, she had shared a win, 80-something% opt-in from opt-in to join group in the wins post inside the community recently, because she's just using the same system we plug into your business. So it's looking, really good. What about, who else hasn't shared? I've kind of gone off on a tangent. Any other questions or follow-ups from any of the other trainings, or are we going to get into scorecards? We'll go dark and do scorecards. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, so we're going to head off now, guys. Thank you, everyone who joined us on the live stream. If you want to go binge the content, there's much content over on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe and hit that little notification bell, because then you'll get notified when we are live streaming. I'm in here nearly pretty much every single Monday or Tuesday at this time. It's a consistent thing that I do, show up for my business to do a live stream to teach people stuff every week. So you can go back and binge all of that content on YouTube, or also maybe you want to binge our interviews that we have with people. Like we interviewed Brock Johnson last week. We've interviewed Pat Flynn, Amy Porterfield, Heather Havenwood. I mean, lots of amazing people. So that's all over on YouTube if you want to go and check out the other content and plug it in. And if you would like to have a conversation to learn more about our program, then feel free to reach out in the DMs and we can get together and have a conversation and see whether or not the strategy that we provide is the one marketing method that you want to implement into your business as a coach who likes to teach people stuff. All right, have an absolutely fabulous day. Shoot us a DM if you want to know more. Instagram is probably the best one. Give us a follow over there too. All right, guys, have a fabulous day. Never let anyone dull your sparkle, and I will see you on the next live. And VIPs out there in the big wide world, feel free to come on in and join us now. We're about to go dark. Get out your scorecards, please, so that we can check all your sexy numbers and look at how you're converting. But as always, never let anyone dull your sparkle, and I will see you on the next live. Bye.
You've been hiding in the shadows way too long. You always thought that you were weak, but babe, you're wrong. Yeah, you better step into the light, just give it a try. Think that it's time you let that spark out. You We've been hiding in the shadows way too long.